The internet is on fire tonight with one of the most explosive celebrity showdowns we've seen in years. Yandy Smith, usually known for her calm poise and business smarts, has completely flipped the table on controversial blogger Tasha K, blasting back at allegations that could shatter her image forever. And just when fans thought they'd seen it all, a leaked audio clip drops out of nowhere, forcing Mendeecees himself to break his silence. The question now is, who's telling the truth and who's hiding behind a carefully constructed lie? This isn't just gossip. This is the kind of scandal that rewrites careers, tears families apart, and exposes secrets even insiders weren't ready for. Already, Twitter is erupting with wild theories. Fans are dissecting every frame of Yandy's furious clapback. Bloggers are scrambling to get the real version of events, and the leaked audio. It's got the power to end friendships, destroy reputations, and flip the love and hip-hop world upside down. We've got private messages, insider leaks, live reactions from stunned celebrities, and betrayal after betrayal. The deeper we go, the darker it gets. But here's the kicker. Every new revelation opens the door to another secret, another lie, another cliffhanger that nobody saw coming. Stay locked in, because what you're about to hear is not just another scandal. This is the bombshell of the decade. And trust me, once you hear this, you'll never look at Yandy, Tasha K, or even Mendeecees the same way again. The spark that set this entire firestorm ablaze came from none other than Tasha K, the queen of controversy herself, known for dragging celebrities with wild claims that teeter between fearless journalism and reckless character assassination. Tasha dropped what she called the smoking gun on Yandy Smith. In a fiery live stream, she leaned forward into the camera, sipping wine with that signature smirk, and said, "You all think Yandy is the saint of love and hip-hop? Nah, the girl's been hiding the truth about her marriage, about Mendeecees, and about what's really going on behind those Instagram-perfect pictures. And baby, I got the audio to prove it." The internet exploded within minutes. Blogs clipped. The moment Instagram gossip pages blasted screenshots of her bold claims. And Twitter turned into a frenzy of disbelief and conspiracy. #YandyExposed shot into the trending list before Yandy even had a chance to pick up her phone. Fans who once hailed Yandy as the glue holding the love and hip-hop franchise together now found themselves whispering, "What if it's true?" Tasha doubled down, claiming insiders had approached her with damning information that proved Yandy wasn't the loyal wife she pretended to be. She hinted that Mendeecees had been secretly venting about his unhappiness, and that their marriage wasn't built on the solid rock everyone assumed. But it wasn't just the allegations. It was the smug confidence dripping from every word. Tasha spoke. "Y'all gonna hear it for yourselves," she promised. "Don't shoot the messenger when the audio drops." The world braced itself, but Yandy was not about to roll over and let her name be dragged. Just hours after Tasha's stream went viral, Yandy went live on Instagram, her voice trembling, not with fear, but with a fury fans had rarely seen from her. She sat at her kitchen island, hair pulled back, eyes blazing into the camera. "This woman has tormented families for years with her lies," Yandy snapped. "I've ignored her before, but not this time. Not when she comes for my marriage, not when she tries to tear apart the family I fought for. You want to talk about audio? Let's talk about what I've been sent about her. Because baby, you're not the only one with receipts." Live was electric. Tens of thousands of fans tuned in within minutes, comments flying across the screen at lightning speed. Some begged Yandy to drop whatever evidence she had, while others accused her of scrambling to deflect. "We need the tape. Expose her. Girl, don't just talk. Play the receipts." The tension was unbearable. It's like waiting for the bomb to go off. But just when viewers thought Yandy might hit play on some shocking revelation, the night took an unexpected turn. Out of nowhere, a small Twitter account with barely 200 followers uploaded a 40-second audio clip. The muffled recording claimed to feature Mendeecees' voice, And what could be heard sent chills through the fandom. "I ain't happy, man. I feel trapped. This ain't what I signed up for," the voice muttered in the clip. That was all it took. The supposed leak ripped across social media like wildfire. Within minutes, it was shared to blogs, gossip pages, and fan group chats. By the time Yandy even became aware of it, the internet was already split in two. Half the fans insisted it was real, that Mendeecees had finally been caught confessing the truth. The other half swore it was doctored, a deepfake, another example of Tasha's camp creating chaos out of thin air. But the damage was already done. Erica Mena, never one to miss a messy moment, tweeted, "Told y'all some things ain't as perfect as they look. K." Michelle chimed in with a cryptic "nothing new under the sun." Even Cardi B liked a shady meme comparing Yandy's marriage to a sinking ship, sending her fan base into a frenzy. Meanwhile, Yandy's comments turned into a battlefield. "Sis, he admitted it. That's fake audio. Stand strong. We want the truth." Everyone demanded she respond. Instead of calming the storm, the clip only amplified it, pushing the scandal into viral overdrive. And then came Mendeecees himself. After hours of silence, he finally broke it with a cryptic Instagram story. White text on a black screen to everybody running with this so-called audio. If y'all don't even know what y'all listening to, conversations get chopped. Things get twisted. I'll speak when it's time, but don't believe everything you hear. The post only made things worse. If the audio was fake, why not say so clearly? Why not shut it down with authority? Instead, his vague denial left fans more suspicious than ever. Was he buying time? Was he scrambling behind the scenes with Yandy to get their story straight? Or was he simply caught in a trap, unsure how to respond? Blogs latched on instantly. Headlines screamed, "Mendeecees refuses to deny explosive audio," and Yandy's marriage in question after shocking leak. Fan theories spiraled out of control. Some claimed the audio was from years ago, resurfaced to look fresh. Others said it was ripped from a private argument recorded without consent. And the darkest theories, that Tasha had edited it from unrelated conversations, stitching together lines to create a false narrative. But here's where things got even messier. A supposed insider reached out to a major gossip blog claiming to have been present when the original recording was made. They insisted the voice was indeed Mendeecees, and that the conversation had taken place just months ago while filming. He confided in someone he thought he could trust, the insider alleged. Now it's out in the open. Yandy can't control this one. Fans went wild, dissecting every word, the timing, the tone, the pauses. Some swore they heard sadness in his voice. Others insisted the audio had unnatural glitches, telltale signs of manipulation. Conspiracy videos popped up on YouTube, running the clip through audios. Twitter detectives pounced on every clue. Anonymous accounts claimed to have heard parts of the extended recording. A fan page uploaded a blurred waveform screenshot claiming it was the file itself. It's 2 minutes and 34 seconds. They wrote, "And when you hear what's in it, Yandy's whole empire collapses." Blogs scrambled, trying to verify if the file even existed. Tasha K, of course, stoked the fire without confirming or denying. "Sometimes patience brings the sweetest tea," she posted, followed by a wink emoji. Fans went berserk. Was this a bluff, or was Tasha sitting on dynamite, waiting for the perfect time to light the fuse? Meanwhile, Yandy appeared visibly shaken. Just 24 hours earlier, she had projected pure defiance, clapping back at Tasha's claims. But now, sources close to her told gossip sites that she hadn't slept all night. She had been on the phone with her lawyers, her PR team, and even Love and Hip Hop producers trying to figure out how to wrestle control of the narrative. One insider allegedly leaked a text exchange showing Yandy panicking. "If she drops that, everything I've built is gone. We need to find out who's feeding her." The idea that someone close to Yandy might be secretly funneling Tasha information sent fans into another frenzy. Who could it be? Was it a disgruntled friend she'd feuded with, or, as the darkest theory suggested, someone inside her own family? The speculation turned savage. Old clips of Yandy's beef with Kimbella resurfaced, with fans insisting this was her revenge. Others pointed at Chrissy Lampkin, saying she had a history of tension with Yandy and could have had access to the right people, but the cruelest accusations. Some dared to whisper that maybe, just maybe, Mendeecees himself was the leak. That theory gained traction when an Instagram gossip account claimed to have received a direct message from an associate of Mendeecees. The anonymous source alleged that the leaked recordings weren't stolen at all. They were deliberately passed along during a moment of weakness. He trusted the wrong ear. The source insisted. He never thought it would get back. To Tasha, the internet gasped. Could it be true that Mendeecees had been the architect of his own downfall? That he had vented to someone, not realizing they were connected to one of the messiest bloggers alive? As fans speculated, the pressure mounted on Mendeecees to clarify his cryptic denial from the night before. Finally, he hopped on Instagram Live, his face serious, his voice steady, but his words only added fuel to the fire. "Look, man," he began, rubbing his hand across his beard. "Lot of y'all running with lies. Lot of y'all believing. People who made careers off tearing others down. I'm not perfect. I've never said I was perfect, but don't twist my words and make me something I'm not. If you think you heard me say something, maybe ask yourself why you're only hearing a piece of the truth." The comment section lit up instantly. "So it was you. Bro, you're dodging. Drop the whole tape then." Instead of calming the chaos, Mendeecees had just confirmed in the eyes of many that the longer audio existed and that it was devastating enough for him to dance around. Meanwhile, Tasha K wasn't letting up. Hours later, she posted a cryptic voice note to her Patreon, teasing her paying subscribers with a taste of the alleged second clip. Though only 10 seconds long, it was enough to detonate the timeline again. In it, a man sounding unmistakably like Mendeecees sighed heavily before saying, "Yandy, don't listen. She don't hear me. Sometimes I feel like I'm married to the image, not the woman." Those 10 seconds shattered everything. Fans who had been defending Yandy instantly shifted. Memes flooded Instagram showing her posing for photos while captions mocked, "Married to the brand, not the man." Even celebrities weighed in. Lil Scrappy posted laughing emojis under a gossip page repost, while Safri added fuel with "a shady clout is a hell of a drug." Yandy, furious, went live again, this time in tears. Her voice cracked as she slammed Tasha for splicing lies together to destroy my family. She begged fans to consider how damaging it was to her children to see their father's voice manipulated like this. But instead of sympathy, the live spiraled. People flooded the comments with, "Why not sue then? Why not release the full version yourself? You look like you're hiding something." The more she spoke, the less convincing she seemed. And that's when the unthinkable happened. Another alleged leak dropped. This time, it wasn't audio. It was screenshots of text messages supposedly between Mendeecees and a friend. In them, he allegedly wrote, "Yandy, always about the brand. I'm tired. Sometimes I wish I had kept my options open." The texts weren't verified, but that didn't matter. The internet doesn't wait for proof. Within minutes, Yandy was trending again, dragged through the mud for being painted as a controlling partner who only cared about appearances. Even worse, a Love and Hip Hop cast member, Kimbella, fanned the flames with a shady Instagram story. A black screen with just 2 words. "Told y'all?" Fans immediately assumed she was confirming the leaks were true. By now, Yandy's image as the calm, collected businesswoman was crumbling. She was no longer the victim of Tasha's attacks. She was being painted as the villain in her own marriage. And Mendeecees, his silence, his cryptic words, and the alleged leaks had left fans doubting if he was truly committed to defending her at all. The pressure was suffocating. And then, as if things weren't chaotic enough, another insider claimed there was yet. Another layer to this drama that the producers of Love and Hip Hop had secretly been recording confessionals, where castmates reacted to the leaks in real time. If true, it meant the network had footage that could either exonerate Yandy or bury her completely. Fans erupted with one question: would VH1 air it? Or were they saving it for a nuclear finale that could become the most watched episode in years? But just as the speculation hit its peak, a shocking twist hit the internet. A leaked email surfaced, allegedly between Yandy's PR team and a major blog. The message begged them not to publish the extended audio until Yandy could present her side. It was described as career-saving damage control. The implication was devastating. Yandy's team believed the audio was real, and now everyone wanted to know what exactly was on the full tape. And how much worse could it get? The cliffhanger loomed large. If the first 40-second clip nearly broke the internet, and the 10-second Patreon teaser pushed it over the edge, then the unreleased 2-minute 34-second bomb had the power to obliterate everything. And rumor has it, that drop was coming very, very soon. The world didn't have to wait long. Within 48 hours of the speculation, the dreaded full audio dropped, not on YouTube, not on Instagram, but through a shady Telegram channel that claimed to have received it directly from an industry insider. The file, clocking in at 2 minutes and 34 seconds, spread like wildfire. Fans ripped it, re-uploaded it to TikTok, dissected every second with microscopic detail, and this time there was no ambiguity. No muffled static, no chopped fragments. It was crystal clear. The recording began with Mendeecees sighing heavily, followed by words that sent shockwaves through the culture. Sometimes, I don't even know if Yandy loves me, or just loves what being with me looks like. It's always cameras, always business, always some brand move. And when I tell her I need more, she says we gotta think about the image. But what about me? I feel like I'm drowning in a marriage that's more about power than love. The room went silent across social media. Millions replayed those sentences over and over. He didn't just sound frustrated, he sounded broken. Fans flooded timelines with disbelief. Did he just say drowning? Is this worse than I thought? Yandy really built a brand marriage. But that wasn't the worst part. As the recording continued, Mendeecees allegedly dropped a name. He mentioned speaking with a friend who told him to hold on until the show wraps up. Fans instantly speculated he was referencing a fellow castmate, and within hours, Chrissy Lampkin's name was trending again. Old clips resurfaced of her calling Yandy manipulative, and suddenly people wondered, had Chrissy known all along? Tasha K wasted no time capitalizing. She went live immediately after the leak hit mainstream pages, cackling into the camera. See? Told y'all. Y'all called me a liar. Y'all said I was reaching, but the proof is in the pudding, baby. Man said it with his own chest. Yandy can't spin this one. Her smugness only enraged Yandy's loyal supporters. He flooded her comments accusing her of exploiting a marriage for clicks. But even Yandy's defenders were shaken. The audio was too detailed, too raw, too damning to brush off. Meanwhile, Yandy herself went completely dark. No Instagram stories, no posts, no tweets, nothing. For someone who had built her brand on visibility and connection, the silence was deafening. Blogs reported she canceled a scheduled appearance at a youth event, with one insider claiming she was too distraught to face the cameras. But the internet doesn't wait. Her silence only made the memes harsher. Posts mocked her unbothered caption from days before. 50 Cent, never missing a chance to stir the pot, posted on Instagram, "Damn Yandy brand over man. Couldn't be me." Hashtag get the strap. The post racked up hundreds of thousands of likes in hours. Cardi B, caught liking shady memes earlier, doubled down with a cryptic tweet. Sometimes it ain't about who you love, but who's willing to put up with it. Even Remy Ma chimed in during a live session saying, "Marriage is hard. But when private convos hit the streets, it's over. Ain't no coming back from that. The industry was watching, and the streets. They were eating it alive. But the most shocking reaction came from within the love and hip-hop family itself. Kimbella, who had already fanned the flames. With her Told Y'all post, it went live and openly admitted she'd heard similar things from people close to Mendeecees in the past. "This ain't new to me," she shrugged. "I just didn't think it would ever leak like this." That statement sent shockwaves through the fandom. If Kimbella knew, who else did? Had the entire cast been silently complicit, watching Yandy parade a perfect marriage while whispers floated behind her back? By now, Yandy's carefully curated empire was in shambles. Brands that once praised her for her stability and influence allegedly began pulling back. An unverified email leak claimed that one sponsor paused campaigns until clarity was reached. For someone who built a career on her image as a business-savvy wife and mother, this was catastrophic. Still, her fans begged for her to break the silence. And when she finally did, it wasn't the fiery clapback people expected. Yandy returned to Instagram with a somber video, no makeup, no flashy background, just her sitting in dim light. Her voice cracked as she spoke. "To everyone who's been sending love, thank you. To everyone tearing me down, I hear you. But let me say this, marriages are complicated. Families are complicated. And yes, people vent, people say things in private moments of frustration, but that doesn't define who we are or what we've built. I love my husband and he loves me, period." The video racked up millions of views, but the response was brutal. Fans flooded the comments with skepticism. If it's love, why he sounds so miserable? This is PR damage control. You still ain't denying the audio? Her attempt to humanize the situation only deepened the divide. Then, in an earth-shattering twist, Tasha K claimed she wasn't done. She teased on Twitter that she had texts, voicemails, and more receipts that painted an even darker picture, suggesting that Mendeecees had confided to multiple people about wanting out of the marriage. Whether true or just another ploy to keep the spotlight, the threat was enough to send shockwaves through the industry once again. Behind the scenes, rumors swirled that VH1 executives were scrambling. Leaked DMs between producers suggested they were considering a full-blown reunion special centered entirely around the scandal. "This is bigger than anything we've aired." One message read, "If we handle it right, we're breaking records." The idea of monetizing Yandy's pain outraged some fans, but for others, it only heightened the anticipation. And just when the dust seemed ready to settle, another leak detonated the internet. A supposed third tape, shorter, rougher, in quality, surfaced. K in it, Mendeecees' voice allegedly said, "If it wasn't for the kids, I'd have been gone." The chilling line instantly became the most viral quote of the entire saga. Hashtags like #for-the-kids and #brand-marriage trended for hours, with fans speculating whether Yandy was holding her marriage together purely for appearances. The scandal had gone beyond drama. It was now cultural commentary. Relationship podcasts dissected it. YouTubers created hour-long breakdowns. TikTokers acted out skits mocking the situation. And Yandy's silence following the third leak only amplified the hysteria. But here's the most dangerous cliffhanger yet. Whispers began surfacing that Mendeecees himself was preparing to sit down for an exclusive interview, not with Yandy by his side, but solo. One insider leaked that he had already been in talks with a major media outlet to tell his truth once and for all. If true, meant Yandy was about to face the one thing she feared most, losing control of the narrative to her own husband. And as fans waited, the question grew louder with every passing hour. Would Mendeecees defend his wife or finally expose her? The world held its breath. This story is no longer just about gossip. It's about legacy, loyalty, and the brutal truth behind the images we all thought were real. What started as Tasha K's stirring the pot has now snowballed into a scandal, shaking the entire culture. Yandy's reputation, Mendeecees' loyalty, and even the credibility of love and hip-hop itself are hanging by a thread. And if that rumored interview really happens, it won't just be headlines, it'll be history. But here's the thing, you can't just watch this unfold from the sidelines. You are part of this story now. Your voice matters in this war of receipts, leaks, and betrayals. Whose side are you really on? Do you believe Yandy is the victim of a smear campaign? You think Mendeecees has been trapped in silence for years? Or are you convinced Tasha K just blew open the biggest scandal reality TV has ever seen? I need you to sound off right now in the comments. Tell me what you believe, because the debate out there is hotter than ever. And don't just comment, hit that like button if you want to see the truth finally come out. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications because, trust me, the next update is going to change everything you thought you knew. The leaks aren't over, the reactions aren't over, the chaos isn't over. And you won't want to miss a second of it.